Some it's the entire purchase price, some it's just a profit. Either way, the building is going to take some money from you when you sell an apartment. What's up guys, my name is Daryl Williams and welcome back to another episode of Real Estate 101. Alright guys, so before we jump into today's videos can you please take a moment to like and subscribe? I'd really appreciate it. So today we're going to dive into the topic of seller closing costs. Because not only do buyers have closing costs, but you as a seller have fees that you need to pay when selling a property. And there's a lot of fees, especially here in New York City. What can you as a seller expect to pay in closing costs here in New York City? Sellers can expect to pay a lot more in closing costs than the buyers, in a large part because of their responsibility for paying the broker fee. Yes, so the broker fee, you must consider that when selling a property as part of your fee, because we got to get paid. As a seller, you should budget closing costs of 8 to 10% of your sales price. You have broker fees. Sellers are expected to cover the broker fee, which is traditionally 6% split between the listing agent and the buyer's agent. So 3% each. On $1 million apartment, a 6% broker fee comes to $60,000. Transfer taxes. Sellers pay a state and city combined transfer tax of 1.825% if the sale price is over $500,000 or 1.4% of deals $500,000 or less. That works out to $18,250 on a $1 million sale and $7,000 on a $500,000 sale. If your apartment or townhouse sells for $3 million or more, that tax increases by 0.25%. Flip taxes. Some co-op and condo buildings have flip taxes, also known as transfer fees, ranging anywhere from 1 to 2% of the purchase price up to 3 to 5%. Some buildings charge 10% of the seller's profit. Some it's the entire purchase price, some it's just a profit. Either way, the building is going to take some money from you when you sell an apartment. Flip taxes are not really taxes, but a fee paid to support the building reserves and capital improvements. In some buildings, the buyer pays, and in others, the sellers pay. And if you have a great broker and the buyer has to pay, you're going to negotiate that so they don't pay a cent of that flip tax. Attorney fees. So yes, you as a seller also have an attorney fee, which can range the same as we discussed in the last video, from $1,500 to $3,000 for a standard transaction, and can possibly go up higher. Building fees. Most condo and co-op buildings charge move-in and move-out fees, which can range from a few $100s to a couple $1,000s each, and a managing agent and a co-op attorney fee of around $1,500. So there you have it. A little shorter list of closing costs for you as a seller, but you do pay more, especially because you have to pay the broker fee to your agent who's going to market, take the listing photos, show the apartment, and invest their time and energy in selling your apartment. And usually there's another broker involved in that transaction, so they have to split that fee both ways. So these are your costs if you're thinking about selling your co-op, townhouse, or apartment in New York City. One, call me first. And secondly, these are some costs that take in consideration as you're contemplating what your asking price should be. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.